What's up, y'all? It's TruthTiger, and today I'm going to talk about learning to fly solo. We've probably all gone through stuff in our life. We've had people maybe stab us in the back. We've had weird stuff with our families, and I myself, at least, I'm coming to this realization that I got to just do stuff myself. I need to fly solo, and I can't be too reliant on like having other people there to get me motivated, other people there for emotional support, or just other people there to help me plan things and guide things. I've got to just roll on my own and do my own stuff. That's not to say it's not beneficial to have friends. It's not to say you can't, do better stuff through teamwork. I mean, if you want to move a couch, you need someone to help you out. I'm not going to say you can do everything by yourself and, you don't need anybody's help, but the way things are these days, it's a lot of fake people. It's a lot of people that have all these agendas they want you to go along with. There's a lot of people that have drama, a lot of people that are draining, a lot of people that are trying to ride on your coattails and that want you to carry them along. And it's a lot of people that are going to be draining your energy. And I'm going to say again, ideally, you'd have good people. Ideally, you'd have good people to rock with, but the way it is now, it's kind of hard to find those good people. Those good people are tough to come by. And you can't be waiting around forever on some people before you live your life. You have to live your life now just by yourself. The things you want to do, you got to do them by yourself, with yourself, taking care of yourself, going on a vacation, whatever it is. You have to be willing to do that with yourself, by yourself, for yourself. And I don't want to get too cliche and be like, I'm going to take myself out on a date and all that stuff. I don't really think of it like that. There's stuff that you want to do with other people and stuff you want to maybe do with the group. And, I'm just talking about just living your own life, doing your own thing. Because even if you do have someone, even if you do have good friends, a good wife, a good husband, whatever it is for you, even if you have a good family, you're still going to want to do stuff yourself. You're not going to be able to drag everybody along on everything you want to do. Maybe there's a certain trip you want to take, a certain adventure you want to go on, certain things you want to see. You're not always going to be able to bring the people around you along with it. And then just kind of more basic stuff like going to the gym and stuff like that. If you're like, I can only go to the gym, I can only work out if I have other people with here doing it with me, encouraging me, motivating me, you're going to have to just do that by yourself. And when it comes to just you're going to have to figure stuff out for yourself too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I've had to figure out myself, like how to clean my house, how to work out properly. I had to look stuff up, watch videos, whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff I've had to teach myself. And I wasn't able to just wait around for people to be there to guide me along and stuff. I've had people guide me. I've had people help me. I've had good people in my life. I've had supporters and stuff like that. I've had it, but for the most part, it's just been a solo mission. I've been a one-man army, needing to just kind of do stuff myself. And it's kind of crippled me in a lot of ways because it's I'm just hanging out by myself today. Not really hanging out with the friends, and with a lot of this spiritual awakening I've had and realizing how the world really works, it's harder for me to relate to people and whatever. There's a time I just needed to be isolated. There's a time that I needed to be by myself, to get my thoughts straight and stuff like that. So there's those factors too, but it's easy for me to just be I'm by myself, I'm doing my own thing, so I'll just stay inside. I'll play video games, I just won't do anything, and you got to really get out of that mentality. You got to get out of that attitude. I mean, there's days to rest, there's times to chill. You got a hard week at work. You want to just take the weekend to relax, that's fine, but you can't just be stuck by yourself and just kind of in the doldrums. Well, it's just me, so I'm just gonna mess around, cook good food for yourself, get good food for yourself, take care of yourself, get your hygiene good. Even if you're just by yourself, don't use that as an excuse to just fall into more depression. Don't use that as an excuse to just be lazy. Don't use that as an excuse to just not do the stuff you want to do. Live your own life. And the thing is, once you break free and live your own life, people around you will recognize that too. You'll have a good aura about you. People will be that guy's cool or she's cool or whatever. You'll have stories to tell. And you'll have done the things you want to do. And it's like, you don't want to be so like codependent to where you're like, I really want to take that trip, but I have nobody to go with, so I just might not do it. Just do it. Just do it. Go for it. And the thing is, when you get outside of the house and outside of the box and you just start doing your own thing, you meet new people, you make new connections. You never know what kind of new friends you can make along the way. And just beyond that, you get to just experience different things. When you're just always doing the same thing in the same place, your mind gets too used to that. Your mind needs to see different stimuli. When your mind sees different stimuli, it opens up and it realizes there's more possibilities. This is especially true with things like travel. It just opens you up. And even if you're not trying to take some far trip, just to like drive out of town a little bit, or just to check out some stuff in the city or the town that you're at that you haven't checked out before but you've been wanting to, just doing that. Like, there's some new restaurant, you want to check out the food there. Just go grab a quick to-go order, eat it, just you have to like be experiencing life, even if you're just flying solo, even if you're just doing stuff by yourself. And this is something that I struggled a lot with personally. It's part of why I'm making this video. Like, I used to really just be in this thing where just like, I'm by myself, I'm just gonna sit in the house all day, mess around, just get stoned, not do anything, whatever, and just to be kind of trapped and crippled in that. And I'm telling y'all, like, get out of that. There's a time to rest, there's a time to chill. You don't have to be like doing stuff all the time, but start doing the things you want to do, even if you're just rolling solo. Start figuring things out for yourself. And there's something very powerful about this, because you start to become your own person. When people are up in a big group, they don't really think for themselves. They have this group think, this group mentality, and it's like they're this big herd all just kind of going around mindlessly together. And in terms of solving problems, in terms of figuring out what to do next, if you've ever been in a big group of people, it's like, oh, we're hanging out. What do we do next? Do we go to some bar? Do we go to the park? I don't know, and someone has to kind of grab the reins and lead the group and be like, let's go to this park. Oh, I don't know if we want to do that. It's a 5-minute walk. It's very nice. Come on, everybody, let's just do it. Okay, I get, and you kind of have to like be around that type of stuff. And when it comes to like someone having an issue or a problem, or needing help, the group mentality is like, are you gonna help out? Someone else is gonna do it, not me. It's that very much that mentality. And when you're by yourself, like, that group thing goes away, and you start to realize, like, I have to solve my own problems. Someone there needs help. No one else is gonna help them out. I should step up and be helpful and do that, And in terms of helping yourself too, like, when you're in that group mentality, it's like, I could solve my problem, but me and my buddies are gonna hang out and we're gonna kind of, spend the whole weekend just kind of wasting time, and we're not gonna do the stuff we gotta do. It can keep you distracted and keep you from solving the problems you need to solve with yourself and doing the things you need to do for yourself. Whereas if you're just by yourself, it's like, it's just me. I gotta do this. I gotta get up and I gotta go. I can't be too like reliant on other people. And I think a lot of people are way too reliant on other people. They're way too reliant on the herd and the group to think for them. And I want to reiterate, like, I want friends, I want supporters, I want a girlfriend, a wife, whatever. I want all that stuff. I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm just saying, as of right now, it's like, I'm cool just being by myself too. And if I need to be by myself, that's fine. I'll live it, I'll enjoy it, I'll take good care of myself. I'll keep my house clean, like, my house is not like Martha Stewart right now, but do a little tour, just like wipe down the countertops, mop the floors. Like, you can see it's pretty decent in here. My bed's not made. I'm not gonna show you that, but like, I try to keep it pretty decent in here, even though it's just me. And it's not like, oh, I have to keep my house clean for visitors, but if it's just me, I'll live in filth and squalor. I don't care, And I'm not even a neat freak. I'm kind of a messy guy, but just realizing, like, all right, I'm here by myself, with myself, let's take care of myself. It's like taking myself to the doctor, the dentist, whatever. I'm not good about that, but I'm like, I got to do that too. I'm not just going to have my mom do all that for me, or, whatever that is. Not like, it's not going to be your mom for everybody, but it's just like, I have to take care of myself. I have to do my own laundry. I gotta do this stuff for myself. And I am doing it for myself. And all y'all gotta do it for yourself too. And it's a pretty liberating mentality when you're just like, I can fly solo. I can do it for myself. Like, I went to the club about a month ago. I don't go out much. I don't do much nightlife, but I went there by myself, danced a little bit, had a good time. Didn't even drink any alcohol. Just got a water. Tipped the bartender. I tipped her $1 just to not be that annoying guy. Like, I'll make it worth your while. Get me my water. I'll give you $1 or $2. But yeah, you just start to do stuff like that and realize that I can just have fun and live life and enjoy life. And I'm not too like focused on other people. It's not like I'm walking down the street like, what are they doing? What's going on there? What's up with those people? I'm just in my own energy, doing my own thing. I'm willing to let people into my energy who are cool. I'm willing to be open to people, obviously, but I'm not like looking around at other people like, who are they? What are they doing? I don't identify with myself. I don't have any of my own identity, so I have to look at other people. You know, that's how people are. They don't have their own identities. They're looking at other people. I have my own identity within myself, and I can look to that. And when I'm with myself, I can be in meditation. I can be with God. I can be spiritual. I can be spiritual around other people too, but sometimes it's tough. You know, people have their mentalities and stuff like that, and their attitudes and their judgments, and sometimes other people can drag you down. And the thing about other people and having teamwork and friendship and family and companionship, that can be a huge bonus. That could be a huge plus. That could be amazing. But when that gets turned on its head, which it has for most people, unfortunately, those people become a drain and a burden, and they take up your energy and your time, and they're not good for you. And then it becomes a net negative. So you got to neutralize it and just like be by yourself, where it's like, all right, I'm not being drained at least, you know, but that's kind of where we got to be, is just neutralize it, get our feet on the ground and be like, all right, now I'm going to let people in who are positive, who are cool, and try to build friendships with those people. But even so, like, you can't be too like trying to grab hold of people. You can't be too like, I need these people to be my friends. I have to fit in. I have to be a part of a group. You know, a lot of people will just do that, where they're just like, I'm just in this group of people now. And people really join groups and become parts of groups because there's built-in friendships, and there's kind of an added sense of trust, I guess. And there's nothing wrong with like joining a group, but I feel like people just can't make friends organically. They have to like join some group or be ideologically attached. They have to have the same political beliefs as that person, or maybe they have opposite political beliefs as that person, but you just love to argue. I've had that one where you love to argue, and that's the basis of the friendship, is we just argue about politics. So that's what they love to do with me. And I kind of realized like all that stuff, it's not a solid basis. Like, a solid basis for a friendship is like, we're cool, we help each other out, we try to take care of each other, we try to look out for each other, we love on each other and just try to do the best for each other, and we try to learn and build and grow with each other. And unfortunately, that's not what most people are trying to do. And beyond that, like, friendships take time, they take energy. You have to put a lot of energy and time and focus into building these things. You know, it's not just the negative relationships that take up energy. Positive ones are going to take up your time and energy too. And, you know, I've got to find enough energy for myself before I can start to, you know, I gotta plant these seeds within myself and grow myself before I can start to grow with other people. You know, so I got to do that first. And if you're someone who can just do things on your own, also, you add so much to a friendship, to a person, to a situation, because you're seasoned. You know, you've experienced stuff for yourself. It's not like, oh, I just sat inside all day and watched TV and I just did nothing and I laid on the couch and whatever. It's like, no, I got out, I experienced stuff, I saw stuff, I learned things, I learned new knowledge, I learned about new stuff, I taught myself new skills, I got out, I traveled, whatever it is you're doing, it's like you got out and you did those things. And I'm telling you, like, start to get out and start doing stuff. Get out and start doing stuff, even if it is joining some group. You know, I know I said earlier, you know, people join the group just for friends and stuff. If you're going to join a group, you know, whatever. But the point of this video is be your own person. Be your own person, get out, do your own things, live your own life. Don't be waiting up for all these people to join you and to hang out with you. Don't be waiting up for all these people to come up with their own ideas you can tag along with. Don't be waiting for these people to be tagging along with you and needing to be so like hanging on your coattails so you could feel like, you are somebody or whatever it is. Like, don't be waiting for all that, because positive things don't really tend to come with that. It just tends to come to be kind of a weird waste of time. Like, season yourself, get yourself right with who you are, get yourself right as an individual, and you'll become a lot more happy. You'll attract better people into your life. And it's just, there's kind of a phase in life where you got to do this. You just got to do stuff by yourself, for yourself. And for me, I know, like, in years past, it was very hard for me to just get out of the house and do my own thing. Like, I couldn't make decisions for myself. I'm like, what do I do next? I have no other people guiding me. Do I travel here? Am I going to go to this restaurant or that restaurant? Am I going to go to this hiking trail or that hiking trail? Am I going to go here or there? I can't figure it out. And it was just something I wasn't used to, and it tripped me out. And I realized it's like, without any program going on in my mind, I just have to just do stuff. And I have to just, like, be able to make decisions for myself and not overthink stuff and not get tripped out. And I don't know, it's like I was scared to be on my own too. It's like, I'm on my own. I have no thing I'm attached to. I don't have a group thing around me. I'm just by myself doing my own thing. I'm like this lost puppy. And I had to get out of that mentality and just be like, no, I'm on my own. I'm doing my own thing. I'm living my own life. I'm open to new people, but I'm just kind of straightforward like a laser beam, doing my thing. And, like, my mind will think of ideas, and I'll explore those ideas, check those ideas out. My heart will have certain desires, and I'll look at the desires in my heart and be like, is that a good thing to do? I'll discern through that. But, you have a mind and a heart of your own is the thing. And you have guts of your own that can make you decisive, and you can just, like, make decisions for yourself. Like, I had a really tough time with that. Like, deciding what to do with my day, what to do with my free time, like, just, like, thinking it through properly. And to me, it's like, I would be too ambitious. I would be like, I want to do all this stuff. I want to get my house sparkling clean. I want to drive out to this hiking trail. I want to hit the gym. I want to check out this new restaurant. It's like, no, just try to clean the house up a little bit, do some vacuuming, do the dishes, do your laundry, do the basic stuff, go to the park, take a walk, hit the gym, whatever. Just simplify stuff and just, like, put it into small bites where it's doable. And you'll start to kind of get into your own head and figure out, like, strategies for yourself to think about this stuff better, and for your stuff to, like, move forward better, and for your stuff to, and for yourself to just, like, figure out how to just, like, think, and how to think for yourself, and how to just make moves. And you'll find joy within yourself. You'll find that you're actually enjoying life and having fun. You can enjoy life without being a part of the group. There's a lot of life that can be enjoyed without being a part of the group. It's fun to be a part of the group in some ways too. It's fun to hang out with people. I'm not going to just say that, but you realize you can have a lot of fun on your own. You can just enjoy life a lot on your own, and you're just going to realize, like, man, there's so much joy I can have just by myself that I didn't even realize. I didn't realize I could just, like, live life and just be happy, just staying at home reading a book, and I'm like, I'm happy. Just going out on a little trip by myself, and I'm happy. Just, like, it's like, whoa, okay, I can just do stuff by myself. And a lot of it's just about having the security and the self-esteem, and not being so insecure where it's like, I need all these other people with me validating me, and I don't have the other people around me. It's like, who even am I? No, you're not defined by the people you're around. A lot of people believe that it's just like, you are the people you're around and nobody else. No, you're an individual. You're your own person. You can be around people and have that as an outgrowth, and have that as something to, make your life more interesting and to open up possibilities. But the idea that you're only the people that you're around is a ridiculous idea. It's not true. You're a lot more than that. You are an individual. And I think most people have completely lost their own sense of individuality, and they're just all about being a part of the herd. And, a big benefit of just being alone is you can break free from that. You can get free from that mentality, and you can just say, like, hey, I'm my own person. That's cool. It's cool to be your own person. It really is. And you realize, like, you can just get out by yourself and do your own things without being weirded out by it. You just live your own life, just be cool around people, and not be, like, all insecure, like, I'm lonely, I'm by myself, no one likes me, I have all this past pain and trauma I'm carrying around. Like, no. Like, when you're by yourself, you start to deal with your trauma and your pain. You start to realize, like, I have this pain and this trauma, and I got to deal with it. I got to start to make sense of it. I have to start to let go of it. And when you're by yourself, you'll start to do that. But when you're around too many people, if you're around good people who have a lot of empathy, who are trying to heal you, you're going to be much better off. But for the most part, you're going to be around people who don't have much empathy for you. They don't care about your problems. They don't care about your healing. They don't care about your pain. They don't care about the stuff you went through. They're just like, whatever. I don't want to hear about that. You're bumming me out, man. You're bringing me down, So most people are just trying to get something out of you like that. So it's hard to heal when you're around them because they're not trying to have you heal. They're not trying to discuss all that. They're just trying to be like, just be happy. And with a lot of people you hang around, you can't even have a real conversation. It's just you talk about stuff that's on the surface. You can't really talk about the stuff you want to talk about, especially me, having a spiritual awakening, realizing how the world really works, realizing who God really is, realizing who Jesus really is. I can't have these conversations with most people. They don't want to hear about it. They don't want to understand it. They don't care about it. Their mind is not open. They have societal programming that they subscribe to, and my stuff is in conflict with their societal programming, so they're mad that I'm talking about the stuff. They don't agree with it. And, it's for a lot of us spiritually awakened people, chosen ones, people with the true Holy Spirit, true followers of Jesus, whatever you want to call it, for a lot of us spiritually awakened ones, it's we're way too different for most people to even get us. And that kind of forces us to have to do things by ourselves and be on our own and kind of be the lone wandering prophet, if you will, the hermit who stays to himself in his house in the mountain and contemplates life and stuff. We have to do that on some level. I think the best example is Jesus spending 40 days in the desert by himself fasting. He got it over quickly. He did it fast. He did it that way. Some of us, we got to be a lot longer than 40 days, but we are in that period where we got to be by ourselves, and we have to face our inner demons, and we have to face who we are, and we have to heal from the past trauma, and we have to come to understandings about these people who hurt us in the past, understandings about, for one, that they're not good people and that they have evil in their hearts, but also to be able to come to a forgiveness of sorts where we can let go of that pain. It's not easy, but to where we can heal and we can get past it. And it's going to be hard to do that being around a bunch of these people. And a bunch of these people, when you have your pain and your trauma, they don't want to be around that. It brings them down. It bums them out. It reminds them of their own pain and trauma they're not dealing with, and their own depression, and all their own stuff that they have just buried deep down in their own deep unhappiness. And sometimes those feelings can come up when you're around them, and they don't want to honestly look at themselves. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And yeah, you got to learn to fly solo. You got to learn to do your own thing. You got to learn to take care of yourself, look out for yourself, have your own fun. Have your own fun, enjoy life by yourself and to yourself. I have a lot more fun just by myself than I think most people do in big groups, is the bottom line. You find that inner joy. You start to live life more adventurously. A lot of people are very scared to get outside of the box. They just kind of do the same stuff on repeat. You get out of the box, you go on adventures, you push yourself. You do. And most of this stuff has to be done by yourself. If you think about going to the gym and working out, it's going to mostly be done by yourself, not with other people. Depends on what your workout situation's like, but for the most part, for most people, you're going to have to do this stuff by yourself, and you can't be too emotionally. That's what it is, emotionally dependent on a group. Because, for me at least, I always felt like I didn't have confidence to do things on my own. If I had a group around me, if I had other people doing it with me, it gave me confidence. But I'm realizing now I have to have the confidence to just do it on my own. I have to just say I can do it myself and do it myself. And yeah, I'm going to end this video here on this note. Thank you all so much for watching. Much love. God bless. I really, really appreciate you all. My heart really goes out to you all. I get so much support here. So much love to you all, and I'll see you all next time.